Daddy, what did you give me today? What's in the bag? It better be some ice.
Hi everyone. I would say excuse the setup, but it is what it is. Today I'm going to be talking about the fact that you are not lazy. You just don't think you can do better. AKA, you're not lazy, you're just insecure. So, what I mean by that when I say you're not lazy, you're just insecure, is that secure people have a certain air and aura to them. Secure people understand that they are worthy. And when you have the understanding that you're worthy, you move through life in a different type of way. No one can tell you you can't do something. Hell, you can't even tell you can't do something. It's just a difference of, am I choosing to or not? You have to go from the mindset of, I can't do it, to, I'm simply not doing it. And anybody that gets sent to this earth, especially we're in America, we're in the land of dreams and freedom. Yes, it's a lot of craziness that goes on that makes it maybe not super easy, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it can happen. So no one's telling you no here but yourself, or any other developed country for that matter. And it's just one of those things where you have to go from the mindset of I cannot to I simply am not. Cannot and am not are two very different things. Am not suggests that there's a choice in the matter, and that yes, you are innately competent and capable. You simply are not. You're simply an unmoving object, but you're a capable unmoving object. And that's why before you try to manifest and make things come about, you have to go within. There's a lot of deep work that has to be done. You know, all the kids who picked on you, family members, all the people throughout your life in the ways throughout your life that communicated that you weren't enough or that you were incapable, and you lacked, you know, competence. Those are things that you need to go in and heal, because when problems come, when you do actually go ahead and do what you would like to do, you can't have a business and thousands of people relying on you for their product or their service, whatever. You can't have that and go through life with the mindset of giving up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's called maneuverability. You have to have the ability to maneuver. You shouldn't have the ability to give up. And I want you to write this down. Step 1 to changing your life and becoming successful in your endeavors is about changing the relationship that you have with yourself and your ability to do. So I think a lot of us, we tell ourselves no. We say, I could never do that. I could never be that. And sometimes we don't use those words, so it's not very obvious. A lot of times, you know, a lot of the people watching this right now are probably like, I never thought that I couldn't do it. I just didn't do it. Okay, but why didn't you? Had you thought you could do it, you probably would have did it by now. So you need to go deep within and lay back and think, did all those kids picking on me in school and telling me that I couldn't do this, or that time that I didn't make the basketball team, or I didn't make varsity, you know what I'm saying? What did that communicate to me? And then lay out the facts, because a lot of times, you know, what are the facts? That's what I like to say. A lot of times we deem ourselves, we bestow a title over ourselves that isn't necessarily true. So if you lay back and look, okay, why did I not make varsity? Was it because I'm just a piece of shit and nothing works out for me and all of these terrible things that it communicated into your mind? Or was it because, Susan, you never truly took the time to practice? You know, you never kicked a ball around at home. You never really put forth your best effort in practice, your practice was limited to what the coach made you do at practice. And to be a star player takes so much more than just their requirements. Do you get what I'm saying? What did simply meeting a standard, what greatness did that ever breed? You know, you can go get a car with a 600 credit score, but is there any excellence? There's a limit to what you can do with a 600 credit score. And it's crazy because my dream car literally just drove past. But anyways, universe is always talking to me. But you can go and get a car with a 575 credit score. But guess what? It's probably going to be a lemon. Guess what? It's probably going to be like 10 years old. Guess what? It's not going to be the car that you want. You can't go get that Benz truck with a 600 credit score, not the $100,000 one. All I'm saying is, you know, oh, you might meet the requirements to graduate just by simply getting average grades, but you're never going to be cum laude. You're never going to be a 4.0 student. So that's all I'm saying is, in life, there is acceptable things and there are excellent things. And if you don't take the time to forge yourself in excellency in any realm, your rent will be paid. Your insurance will be paid. You will be able to have running water, but you won't live in an extraordinary life. Unextraordinary people do not live extraordinary lives. And if they do, it's off the back of somebody in their family or that they knew that was previously excellent and died and gave everything to them. You know, but 99% of people watching this video, that is not our predicament. So just understand that excellency breeds greatness, and you won't get anywhere by being average. We don't have those connections. And it's time that you start to believe in yourself. It's time that you want to know something? The easiest way that I've found to believe in self is to understand that you don't become great by being innately great. You know what I'm saying? You have to cook a bullshit meal 100 times before you can become, you know, some grandmaster chef. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I think people associate greatness and competence with just this innate quality that you just are born and you just know how to dominate things. And you know, there are a few people that, yes, are just very talented, but talent takes skill, talent takes time, talent takes honing, talent takes process. You know, even Beyonce, you know, she talks about, go and see the methods that she talks about her dad used to get them to know how to dance and sing and flip and dip and do all of that craziness all at one time. She wasn't born just naturally with these crazy vocals. And if she, you know what I'm saying? Like, she had to hone that. And guess what? She's inarguably one of the greatest entertainers of all time that we know of. So it's just like, you know, take some time to understand. Stop hating yourself for not being a perfect version of yourself already. These things, these people that you see that can do amazing things with their mind and body, it took lots of practice for most of them. Most of them will tell you they were garbage at the beginning, you know, or nothing substantial. And, you know, that same rule goes for you. I think a lot of times, just like I say, oh, you have to think better of yourself in order to feel competent. A lot of times you have to also have the relationship with how simply average you are. get real. Like, you know what I'm saying? At things, not as a person, but at certain things. You don't know how to hula hoop and unicycle and stack plates all at the same time. Admit that you're average at that, because a lot of times, a lot of us can't move because we are moving out of pride. We're moving out of the fact that your mommy told you you were the greatest thing that since sliced bread. Your teacher always gave you a participation trophy, all of that. And now you're an adult and you're like, damn, I don't know how to do anything. I had all these people telling me I'm this great, 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 great thing. Yes, they were telling you you were a great, great, great thing because you are a great, great, great thing. You're a gift from God, just like everyone else, you know? And you're probably a great, awesome person. But just being a great person doesn't mean that you know how to do things, especially the things that are of your own interest, you know? Maybe the things that you're talented at, you don't want to make a career out of. Like for me, for instance, I'm a great painter. I paint portraits. I've been in museums, all of that. You wouldn't know that, but I'm telling you now. However, I don't want to make a living off of that. So had I done that, I would have been innately great. You know, I would have a lot of people shouting accolades at me, but nobody's doing that because that's not my calling. My calling is something totally different. So it's kind of just like, here's this great person who is average at what she wants to do. You know what I'm saying? And I am applying my accolades from a totally different situation to what I am doing now. And guess what? It's gonna confuse you. It's gonna make you look like, why can't I do this? Why can't I? Why can't I? And it's gonna make you feel incompetent as a person. But like I said, lay those facts out and you'll feel a lot better. Sarah, you haven't taken a class for this. You haven't practiced this. You haven't put the time in. You haven't put the work in. So no, you're not a piece of shit. You're just uneducated. So what does that mean for me? That means I should get up and go get educated before I decide to give up. Anyways, that's all I wanted to leave you with. You have a great day. If you have any more questions or video suggestions, let me know in the comments. Thank you. Bye.